junior, number 20, Jackson Bobbitt. Welcome to game one of the Pro Level 2019 Shootout. Mike Saunders. Turn the ball over. Tiger basketball. Mike Saunders. Kill Warren with the last basket. Caleb Loner was first. Calvin Gustafson. Ball deflected out of bounds. Tiger basketball. Ball turned over to Quick Creek.
So this is our varsity team. The 430 games are JV team.
Jackson Bobick whistle for his first. Team fouls at 1 apiece. Richard Isaacs Jr. for 3.
Welcome inside Tiger Fieldhouse for the 2019 Pro Look Shootout. Queen Creek, Arizona taking on Wasatch Academy out of Utah. Out of Mount Pleasant, one of the top programs in the nation. Not even just the state of Utah. Dusty Litster with you. Be with you all weekend, myself and Dane Stewart. As we're going to have a backcourt violation against Queen Creek, as Bobick stepped on the stripe and go the other way. Wasatch Academy played earlier this week, played 2 games as Isaacs can't get that one to go, and Caleb Lohner, the future University of Utah Ute, with the board and bucket. Wasatch Academy played on Monday against Wasatch High School, local school here, and then on Tuesday night against Tooele. Both handed victories for the Tigers. And checking in is there was Babcock that came in. Actually, he has the wrong jersey on. I heard there was a different name set as he came into the game. So Bobick goes off the floor. This is Thorson into the corner with Lozano. Trap comes, drop it inside. Power move and shuffled his feet, and that's a travel. And we'll go back to Wasatch Academy. Again, every game we'll be seeing right here. We'll be streaming every game. It'll be free, not having to pay for it. Here on live.KSL, DeseretNews.com. As Caleb Lohner with another bucket. Nice take and finish. The young man out of the Dallas Metroplex area. Up top, Thorson. Thorson, little mid-range J is short. Rebounds to Rigsby, and got a foul on the rebound. We got a loose ball foul against Queen Creek. And that'd be the second foul of the quarter. Timeout on the floor. You're watching the 2019 Pro Look Shootout. And welcome back into Tiger Fieldhouse. New floor here. Lob it up to Loner, who goes up and puts it down. The Pro Look Shootout, formerly the Great Western Shootout, formerly the Vivint Shootout. Excited to be here all weekend. We're going to have some great basketballs. That one's off the window. And that's Gustafson for 3. I was waiting to hear somebody yell he didn't call it, but luckily we haven't heard anything like that. As Caleb Loner, how about his best for half of his short time at Wasatch Academy? He got to the school late last year, toward the end of the season. As last year, Wasatch Academy made it to the Geico National Tournament. We've got a foul on the come up the floor. Let's go against Rigsby, but Rigsby, as Caleb Loner moved in late, transferring to Wasatch Academy. And we've gotten to watch him quite a bit, as we do every home game on Mount Pleasant. But easily his most productive quarter that I can think of as far as points go. A very good rebounder, big body. And we're going to have an illegal screen called on Queen Creek.
On Queen Creek's double 0. Isaiah Glass is second. Team fouls on 3 of these.
It's on Isaiah Glass. That is the 3rd team foul. We got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Drop it inside, Big Foose with a jump hook, won't go on the rebound. Claimed by Glass. Up the floor now with Thorson. Thorson off the screen. Nice pass on the baseline, and Foose with the block. And then a bump on that. No call there, as Lozano might have gotten a little bit of contact. Mike Saunders into the corner. Richie Saunders can't get that one to drop. Loner with the loose ball, and another bucket for Caleb Loner. And then with 1:35 left in the first quarter, it's a 12-point lead for Wasatch Academy. 4 games on tap today, 12 on the weekend. And all of them right here for you online for free. As we got a foul on the drive. Let's go against Richie Saunders. That'll be the 4th team foul on Wasatch Academy. And Cole Jesse comes in for Richie. On the angle here near side. Outside, Gustafson pulls for 3, leaves it long, and the rebound taken by Mike Saunders. Saunders on the push, give it up to Loner. Caleb gathers and is blocked from behind. It'll be Caleb Loner going to the line for 2 free throws. First game here at and it'll be followed by Wasatch Academy versus Rocky Mountain High School. In fact, according to Jim Detchen, is that first free throw is no good. It'll be the JV squad. Wasatch Academy is running 7 teams this year. There's Dave Evans in his 2nd season as the head coach. That's just a little bit of an expansion from 2 to 7. I don't know when he sleeps, but he claims he does. As Caleb splits the pair, and it's 20 to 7. Thorson trying to break the full court press, and does. Pass up the 3. Here's Gustafson going along baseline, lost the handle. Back up, no call underneath. I don't think there was any contact there. Colmero gives it up, and Big Foose goes up and hammers it home. Young man out of West Africa with a 2-handed flush with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. As Thorson jump steps into the corner, that's off of Gustafson. And it'll go the other way with Wasatch Academy. 7.5 left in the first. Mike Saunders. Comes off the screen. Saunders hard to the hole, lay it up and in. Before the clock hits 0, and Saunders gets the lay-in. End of 1. It's Wasatch Academy 24 and Queen Creek 7. You're watching the 2019 Pro Look Shootout. And welcome back into Tiger Fieldhouse in Orem, Utah. 2019 Pro Look Shootout. I want to thank Jeff Mitchell and other tournament organizers for having us here this weekend. Dusty Litster with you. Dane Stewart will be here this evening. We'll both have every game for you on Saturday, as that first quarter belonged to Wasatch Academy. A very strong close to the quarter. As Isaacs comes outside, Rigsby for 3, got it. Young man out of Colorado. Brendan Rigsby. Behind that, he's a much better athlete than you would think. Zano, nice jackknife move and gets it to go. Quicker the other way, Saunders starts the quarter the way he finished the quarter. Flash into the hoop and get in the bucket. Lozano sends it across to Thorson. Thorson into the corner. Lozano lobs it in. That goes off the backboard. Leo Colmero. Oh, and he and Isaacs were just on different page, and it'll be a turnover and Queen Creek basketball. First game of the season, according to Max Preps, for Queen Creek. The Bulldogs, the south end of the Valley of the Sun of the Phoenix area, just south of Chandler and Gilbert. Just Thorson, step back and wide on the 3, quickly ahead. Rigsby is fouled. Hard take to the hole. He's not someone you expect to go up and dunk it. Trust me, he can. Did they give that the 5? I said 5. It was on Diasa, number 24. As that first free throw is no good. 6:49 left in the half. As Welkman comes in for Queen Creek. And Rigsby splits the pair. 30-9 the lead. Trying to leave that up the floor, and that's a steal by Saunders. Saunders, Rigsby now over to Isaacs. Wrap it around the baseline and wide, and then turnover as Colmero could not get to that one. Gustafson comes back on. As Diasa will take a seat. And the press will stay on here from Wasatch Academy. Bobick. Nice find inside, and Lozano lays that one up and in. As that one's off the mark. And we'll double check some of the rosters as I'm hearing a different off the PA here. As Bobick has that one tipped by Foose, and here comes Wasatch Academy. Comero on the baseline, leaves it back. Foose send it out. Rigsby for three. And Brennan can't get down with a drop. A rebound taken by Thorson on the push. And this is Diasa. Nice wraparound move, Euro step. And can't get the James Harden finish. Quickly on the run. Saunders, Comero! Leo Comero. And the three is good. Yasa with the three. Isaacs comes down the floor, lips out, and the rebound to Gustafson gets the board. Here comes Thorson. Foose comes out, picks the pocket. Big man lost the dribble. There's a steal. Yasa gives it inside. Thorson jackknife it up. Doesn't get it, but Gustafson's there for the board and bucket. And it's now 32-16. 4:45 on remaining in the half. Timeout on the floor. Four and a half left here in the half. As they put time back on the clock. Isaacs on the angle. We'll try to leave that inside for Comero, and a little too hot to handle. And a turnover for the Tigers. And David Evans none too pleased with that. Yasa brings up the floor. McCann, now Yasa pulls for three. Short, and comes off the iron, and a foul on the rebound will be against Queen Creek. It'll be the 16th foul on the Bulldogs.
Preston Thompson, number 11, whistle for his first.
I'm sure we have some people following us watching this game from Queen Creek as Saunders fouled going along the baseline. I think Andrew Bobick that went to BYU, then went to Oklahoma State. I think he's from the area there in the Phoenix area. If I'm right, hit us up at Dusty Litster. That's D-U-S-T-Y, Litster, L-I-T-S-T-R. Hit me up, let me know. That free throw was good from Mike Saunders. And it is Daniel Bobick. Here we go. Didn't even look it up. He's the coach, head coach of the Queen Creek Bulldogs. Daniel Bobick played at BYU for Steve Cleveland, and then went to Oklahoma State, played for Coach Sutton. Went to the NCAA tournament with Coach Eddie Sutton in the mid-2000s. Bobick nearly lost the handle, got it back, up all up the floor. Saunders with the save and throws that off of the Bulldog defender. I believe that was Welkman. Luckily, I caught him in the midsection. 3.5 left in the first half. Luckily, Sam Lacombe learned something from his dad, Tim. He'll pick up that table that got disjointed. Saunders into the corner. Leo Colmero will pull for 3. Lips out, and the rebound taken by McCann. And the unrelenting pressure from this Tiger defense. They got to get it across the timeline here. McCann off that trap, and another turnover as Richie Saunders will track it down and lay it in.
Richie Saunders.
Future Cougar. Chose BYU over Utah State and Creighton. It was a big get for Coach Mark Pope. Thought for sure Richie was going to be heading to the Big East to go play at Creighton. Coach McDermott. And a foul on the floor, and that's on Wasatch Academy. 16th foul on the Tigers.
Rachel Thorson checking in.
Bobick terminates. Saunders able to poke that one away, and we'll stay here. Fortunate for the Bulldogs not to have another turnover. 2:31 left in the half. And Colmero defended that one. McCann and Bobick will switch off. Right now the Bulldogs have been struggling with this length and speed of the Tigers. Of course, Wasatch Academy is independent here in the state of Utah. They do not participate in state tournaments here. As Thorson into the corner, Bobick for 3 is short, and the rebound taken by Lohner. Caleb, right up the floor. We got a foul in the drive, and it'll be one-on-one free throws for Caleb Lohner. The Wasatch Academy brings in, and with a terrific recruiting class, there's a very specific type of player that they go with. They want to develop players, not just trying to look for ESPN top 100, top 15 guys. It's about building team chemistry and cohesion. David Evans mentioned in his second season as the head coach after 3 years at Lone Peak High School, a state championship. Was a professional basketball player all the way until the year before he took over Lone Peak. Played overseas, was a star at BYU Hawaii, was the leading scorer in the country as Lohner knocks that one out of bounds. But after the career came to an end in London, moved to Utah, took over for Quincy Lewis, legendary coach from Lone Peak, who won a national championship. As there's a foul on Colmero. There'll be one-on-one free throws for Bobick. David Evans took over for Curtis Condi, who's a longtime collegiate coach. And last year took the Tigers to the Geico National Tournament. And looking to get back this year as the 3rd appearance in school history. As Bobick back rims the 1-and-1. 2 minutes to go in the half. Saunders. It's outside, looks into Caleb Lohner. Lohner skip out Richie Saunders. Richie gets between the 2 defenders, can't finish, gets his own board, and then is blocked. I think we're going to have a foul at the body on the shot, and there'll be 2 free throws for Richie Saunders. And the foul will be charged to Harris. Pardon me, that's Welkman. And there'll be 2 free throws for Richie. And the Rattles home the first. As Colmero come off the floor in favor of Big Foose. I would attempt to say the whole name, but don't need to. Just call him Foose. 1:40 left in the half. Quickly up the floor. Gustafson, nice take, takes the bump, can't get the bucket. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Gustafson can't get the first one to drop. Tough shooting half here for the Bulldogs. I mentioned, according at least to Max Preps, their first game of the season. And can't get either to drop. Minute and a half to go. As Bobick knocks that one out of bounds, and we'll actually call that off of Wasatch Academy. Oh, she pointed the wrong way. Isaacs to trigger. Lob it into Caleb Lohner. Comes down with it. Can't get the finish, and then a tough call on Gustafson. And Lohner will go to the line for 2 free throws. Gustafson kind of got caught in no man's land there. Thought he was retreating on it. It'll be Lohner at the line, knocking down the first. What a half for Caleb. .25 advantage now for Wasatch Academy. 1:20 to go. And there's a steal by Lohner. Lohner goes at Bobick, pirouette, and flushes. The future Ute putting on a display. And there's how sudden that was as well. A little buzz here at the Tiger Fieldhouse. Now a block by Big Foose, and he saves it in. Lohner on the push. Give it up to Saunders. Mike has the angle. Changes hands and puts it in. 45 seconds left in the half. McCann still pressured. McCann to the cup, float it, no. Lohner now fouled by Gustafson. It'll put Lohner at the line for double bonus. And Wasatch Academy hits you in waves. Caleb knocks down the first. The man is recruited by BYU, the University of Utah, even Michigan State. Chose the University of Utah and Coach Larry Kraskowiak as he makes both free throws. And the other part to this Wasatch Academy story this weekend is the fact that they are without the #1 center in the country, Madi Sissoko. Should be back soon. Broke his hand in the offseason. There was a tip off the inbound. Isaacs sends out Richie Saunders. 4-3. One of the best shooters in the West, Richie Saunders. As Bobick traveled. A little nervous and got ahead of himself. So turnover. The Bulldogs. Here's Isaacs, young man that's on the U.S. junior national team. Working on Thorson, comes out that screen of Foose, sends out Richie Saunders. 4-3, back-to-back trays for Richie Saunders. Final second, and that will not count. What a half for Wasatch Academy. It's the Tigers 53 and the Queens Creek Bulldogs 16. You watch the 2019 Pro Look Shootout.
First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along.
Welcome back in the Tiger Fieldhouse. Started the second half. Dusty Lister with you. Wasatch Academy, a strong first half. The top 15 team in the country. I mentioned this team made it to the Geico Nationals last year, and as weird as it sounds, they lost some really good players, including Tristan Nenaruna, who's in very good minutes right now with Kansas, and amongst others, Trey Williams, who's at Minnesota, and many others. This team might be a little better team, speaking of these Tigers, and they were without Madi Sissoko. There's a lob into Caleb Lohner, because you do have Caleb right now. You got a foul on the shot, I believe. And it's Gustafson picking up his 4th personal foul. That's something that Queen Creek can ill afford to have, is Gustafson gone. And Colby Garvin get ready to come back on. As Caleb Lohner doesn't get that one to go. Somehow this end of the floor and free throws. So Colby Garvin comes on, the 6'4" junior for Coach Bobick, as Lohner splits the pair. And there's a steal. Caleb along the baseline and lays it in. Cookie down the floor. Oh, and just ball needs to be a little bit higher, but a turnover as Diaz's pass is a little too hot to handle for Garvin. There's Isaacs, hands off to Saunders. Richie hands back to Mike Saunders. No relation as Mike pumps for 3, can't get it. Cole Merrill pulls down the rebound. Leo took the bump, got the bucket.
Cole Jesse.
Diasa ahead to Thompson. Pardon me, we were calling him McCann that first half. We got an updated roster. He's got a foul on the drive, and that'll put Preston Thompson at the line for 2 free throws.
Number 1, Mike Saunders, whistle for his 2nd. Team fouls at 1.
And the first free throw is good. And both free throws go down for Thompson. Quickly ahead, here's Caleb Lohner. Send it back up top, Cole Merrill. And you can't blame the PA man. We had some Wasatch Academy jerseys get mixed up. Had to mix some numbers as Richie Saunders with the +1.
Richie Saunders with the bucket and the foul. Number 11, Preston Thompson, whistle for foul number 2. Saunders shooting 1 more.
So Richie goes to the line for the +1. And it's 61-18. 6:40 left in the third. There's Bobick, sends it ahead. Thompson behind the defense. Comero nearly got to that one, but it's a layup good there for Preston Thompson. 4 points in the quarter. Lob it up to Lohner, can't get to it. Thorson sends it ahead. Diasa, and that's off the leg of Mike Saunders. And we'll stay here with the Bulldogs. It was good to see Pro Look back in the high school basketball tournament game. Years ago, they did the Pro Look Challenge. They're gone by the wayside is Saunders with the dunk. Mike Saunders, the future Cincinnati Bearcat. Young man out of Indiana. Thorson in the corner, Thompson for 3, and now it's 7 points in the quarter for Thompson.
Preston Thompson for 3.
We do a lot of Wasatch Academy games here in the state, and we always, Dane Stewart, my partner, and I always talk about there's always one guy on a team every night that has his big game, is Loner. I missed that one. Saunders with the steal. Ritchie leaves it back. Isaacs for 3, and a lips out. Tough shooting afternoon for Isaacs. And then beat on the other end as the third quarter continues to be good for Thompson. Preston Thompson with 9 points in the quarter. Isaacs leaves it back for Saunders. Cycling through with Colmero. Back in, now inside to Loner. Caleb, series of moves and the bucket.
Caleb Loner.
Five minutes left. Thorson mishandles it, send it ahead. Here's Saunders, Ritchie, lob it up. Loner can't get it, saves it back to Ritchie Saunders. I'm telling you, this is the best game that Caleb Loner's played for Wasatch Academy. Is a +1 on the other end for Colby Garvin.
Pass is good. Richie Saunders whistle for foul number 2.
Second personal foul on Ritchie Saunders. As Rigsby comes on for Mike Saunders. And the free throw good for Garvin. He'll come off for Isaiah Glass. Into the corner, Rigsby kissed it off the window. Colmero with the rebound, leaves it back, and Ritchie Saunders lays it in. Another strong performance here for Ritchie Saunders. Local product out of Riverton. And a steal, Rigsby. Oh, he missed the dunk. Couldn't get that one to go, and now here comes Bobick the other way. Bobick called for the charge. Loner was waiting on it and got the call. The foul goes on Jackson Bobick, the junior. For Isaacs. Inside out, Loner will pull for 3. Can't get it to go, and a rebound taken by Glass. Now on the run, here's Thorson. Thorson hand back to Bobick. Now Thompson. It's had a big third quarter, leaves it for Glass. Isaiah can't get it to drop, rebound to Isaacs. Isaacs picks his way through and lays it home.
Richard Isaacs.
Three minutes and 15 seconds left in the third. Bobick gets the 3 to go. Jackson Bobick from the outside. Foose will check in for Coach Evans. The next dead ball. Isaac splits the defenders, loses the handle, and then Johan Diassi going to get called for the foul. It's the 14th foul of the half. Big Foose comes in. That's a young man out of West Africa. They inbound right into him. Big man creates some space, can't get it to drop, gets his own rebound. Hanging on to that pivot foot and gets the bucket. People near side thought that was a travel. Not quite LeBron versus the Jazz last night area of travel, but I don't know that anything's quite reached that. James Harden might have one somewhere. There's Foose, knocks down the free throw. 2:44 left in the third. Here's Thorson. Queen Creek will play in the nightcap tomorrow. There's a three. Yasa, who had a good first half, knocks down his first points of the second half. But tomorrow night, Queen Creek will play the nightcap against host Orem High School. As Isaac step back, three is short, rebound to Diasa. As Orem is replacing, there's a Bobbick was a little miscommunication between he and Thorson. He thought Thorson would come back and threw it out of bounds. But longtime head coach Golden Holt retired at the end of last season, won a state championship here at Orem High School. He coached one of his sons. Won a state championship. The 2010 state title. Played in another one. As Saunders fouled before the pass there by Thorson. But it'd be Coach Perry Wildeboer. His first time coaching as the head coach of the Orem Tigers here tonight. He was a longtime head coach at Timpview High School in Provo. Lob it in, the loner got it, and then lost it out of bounds. That was impressive. We'll tell you, that will be a dunk in about a month when Madi Sissoko comes back. Thorson's pass is a little too hot to handle there for Johan Diasa. Senior couldn't corral that one, and Gustafson comes back on with 1:41 left in the third quarter. And a big lead for the Tigers. Saunders up top. Now Richie Saunders. Richie splits the defenders, took a bump, got the bucket. One area of his game that I think will continue to grow. He's a terrific spot-up shooter. Just that crafty shot making he's going to have to work on. Got a foul on the drive. No shot. It'll be the third team foul on Wasatch Academy. And the foul goes on Foose. Glass up top to Thompson. Now Thorson dribbles up top. We're on Rigsby. Thorson pull up Jay, got it to go. Nice job there by Thorson. Quickly the other way. Saunders end to end lays it in. Mike Saunders. Biggest asset to his game. Lightning fast. Three from Thompson. Got it to go. The third quarter's been kind to Thompson. That's 12 points unofficially for Thompson in the quarter. 30 seconds left in the third. Now Rigsby. Up top with Foose, 20 seconds left. Saunders leaves it for Lohner, who flushes. He's looking like the Utah Army National Guard, most consistent performer. Tried to put that one inside to Gustafson, couldn't. And now Thompson fouled. And I think we'll have free throws with two untimed free throws here for Thompson. I mentioned unofficially with 12 points in the third, could end up with 14. Missed the first. And here for the end of the third quarter. Splits the pair at the end of 3. It's Wasatch Academy 80 and Queen Creek 40. You're watching the 2019 Pro Look Shootout. Start of the fourth quarter. Game 1 of the 2019 Pro Look Shootout. Dusty Litster with you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Let your friends and family know. We've got a lot of out-of-state folks out there. Hope you're able to enjoy the stream. Feel free to interact with us on Twitter at DNewsRewind or at Dusty Litster. A little information you give us would be terrific as Foose kiss it off the window. And full disclosure, we cover high school sports here in the state of Utah. We stream every week, Deseret News Rewind, and so obviously we're going to be very close and believe we're knowledgeable. Dane Stewart, who will join me later on, covering high school sports here in the state. We also realize that there's a lot of information we won't know about the out-of-state teams. Love to learn more. We're excited to watch them here this weekend over the next 3 days. He's got a foul on the drive, and that foul will go on Thompson. It'll be the 5th team foul, or probably 7th team foul on the Bulldogs. It'll be Caleb Lohner going to the line for 1-1. You know, this tournament always has good games. Wasatch Academy has played in this tournament every year for the past few years, I believe 4 or 5 years. And I think back to it's not a great memory for Wasatch Academy. It was a game against Richland. One of the more fun games I think I've called. Richland lit it up from the outside that day, beating Wasatch Academy. It was on a Saturday. As the 1-on-1 does not go for Caleb Lohner. I'm sure if there's a coach out there listening, he might be a little mad at me for bringing up that game. But it's a drive and miss by Thorson, a rebound to Foose, send it ahead to Lohner. Caleb sizing it up, goes right to the cup and finishes. And then a steal and bucket by Rigsby. Diasa. Work around outside. Thompson drop it inside. Gustafson gets around Foose. Can't finish. Fighting for his own board. Rebound taken by Colmero. Leo on the run. Leo down the lane. Does leave it back for Saunders. Mike to the corner. Colmero drop it inside to Foose. And he gets that one to crawl home. Wasatch Academy averaging 105 points a game in the early going of the season. As Foose gets the block on the J from Gustafson on the run. Rigby, give it up. Mike Saunders, Euro. Can't get it. Foose with the rebound. And the bucket and foul. Gustafson Picks up his 5th personal foul. And there's Ding with Big Foose, only a junior. We'll have another year with Coach Evans as he makes the free throw. 91-40. Lead for the Tigers. Thorson into the corner. Diasa can't get that one to drop. Colmero gets the rebound. Leo on the push. Rigsby leaves it back, and Foose fouled as he tried to reverse it. They'll go to the line for 2 more free throws. 5:21 left in the 4th quarter. Knocks down the first. And that ball goes out of bounds off of Wasatch Academy as he splits the pair. 92-40, 5:21 left in the 4th quarter. Find inside. Diasa. Try to send that up top. That's a tough area to pass from. Baseline at the top of the key. Saunders leaves it back for Isaacs. He lost that handle on the way up. And then you say out of bounds off of Queen Creek. Bobick will return for the Bulldogs. Diasa will come off the floor. Oh, nice job getting that ball in, getting it to go there for Foose. 94-40, 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the ball game. As Thorson leaves it back for Bobick for 3, got it. Jackson Bobick comes off the bench and knocks down his 2nd 3 of the half. Colmero fouled by Glass, and Glass wasn't just going to let him have the dunk in the highlight. And Leo Colmero will go to the line. First free throw, no good from Leo Colmero. And Colmero knocks down his 2nd. (95-43) into the corner. With Thompson, drop it in to Glass. Series of moves, high off the window, won't go. On the push. Colmero around Glass and gets the bucket. Can't blame the PA man. I think Leo might be called Cole for the rest of the season. Drop it inside. Garber rather, lost the handle. Here comes Rigsby. He missed one earlier. He gets the dunk this time. Brendan Rigsby from a small town in Colorado. Great opportunity for him to grow. That ball's out of bounds off of Wasatch Academy. As Richie Saunders comes on for Mike Saunders. Oh, I guess Gustafson did not foul out, so Gustafson comes back on for Glass. 3:44 left in the 4th quarter. And that ball's out of bounds off of Queen Creek. And Rigsby a little lazy with that, lackadaisical with that pass. Garvin with the steal. Goes the other way and gets the bucket there for Colby Garvin. Someone's flying a drone in here. Into the quarter, Leo Colmero shuffled his feet.
Traveling, Bulldog basketball.
Just the air. It sounds like that.
All right. Sorry to have an open conversation and open mic, but 3:12 left in the fourth quarter, 99-45. Again, we'll have every game here. The Pro Look Shootout as a nice take and finish. But Preston Thompson's had an outstanding second half. 15 points in the half for Preston Thompson. Isaacs pops and hits. 102. Richard Isaacs. Team calls him Pop Pop. And then out of Las Vegas. Thorson working on Saunders, sends up top to Garvin. Garvin puts his head down. There you can get him with the off arm. If you're the Bulldogs, you're going to sit back and say, yeah, when it rains, it pours. I can tell you, best to watch Coach Bobick is really calm. Talked about him in college basketball at BYU and Oklahoma State. Played for the great Eddie Sutton. Oh, nice find. Lohner to Foose. That was more about the pass from Caleb Lohner. We go inside of 2 minutes. Gustafson, nice series of moves, and Gustafson lays that one in. Quickly ahead. There's Foose. Sent back up top to Isaacs. Now Rigsby. Isaacs trying to work his way around Thorson and get him with a travel. Minute 32 left. Good to see David Evans conserving his energy. Normally he never sits down. But the JV team does go next as there's a foul on the drive. And I'll go on Richie Saunders, and it's his that's his fourth personal foul. And that will put Thompson at the line for points 16 and 17 and a half. Got the first. Gets them both. 104. My scoreboard's got him at 49. I will update that. 104-49. Isaacs wanted the highlight reel. Foose with the board and the putback. As quickly down the floor comes Bobick, reverse it, can't get it. And inside the minute we go here in the fourth. Inside of 50 seconds. Remember, no shot clock in NFHS basketball. And no shot clock here tonight or this weekend. This Wasatch Academy. An impressive start to the Pro Look Shootout as Rigsby fouled on the drive, and it'll be 2 free throws for Rigsby. Wasatch Academy will open tomorrow against Centennial High School from Las Vegas. Up next will be Rocky Mountain High School out of Idaho taking on Wasatch Academy, the JV squad. As Rigsby knocks down the first, or probably missed the first. splits the pair. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For a selection of the Utah Army National Guard consistent performer of the game. As Gustafson blocked by Foose. And now Isaac. "15 seconds left. And that'll do it. Strong opening start here for Wasatch Academy, as they will get a 107-49 win over Queen Creek. Utah Army National Guard consistent performer of the game will be Caleb Lohner. The man had a terrific first half. Played very, very well for Coach David Evans and the Wasatch Academy Tigers. Again, the final score, Wasatch Academy 107, Queen Creek 49. You're watching 2019 Pro Look Shootout on DeseretNews.com.